Hello, StarSeeds. My name is LoRayN, and this is StarSeed Living. I want to welcome you to this channel if you've never been here before. My intent and my goal is to provide inspiration, guidance, support, perhaps things you haven't thought about, maybe some educational information about what's going on or how to navigate being a starseed in the 3D, 4D world as we transition from this dimension into the 5D, 6D diamond light crystalline new earth. We are in transformative times, and more starseeds are awakening to their true nature, to their purpose and their mission. My goal at StarSeed Living is to assist you in discovering your mission and living your mission. Today, I haven't been on for a while, and it's partly because I've been sort of face planted in the matrix, and this happens to each and every one of us as we are walking our path. I've recently, almost a year now, purchased some property in the country, and although I lived mostly in the outskirts and in the mountains most of my life, I had never immersed myself in the life living in the country. And I believe that each and every starseed needs to learn how to be more self-reliant, because we need to know where the nourishment that we feed our bodies comes from. I believe in the adage that you are what you eat, eats. So if you do consume animals, then you need to know what they're eating. If you're a vegetarian and you are eating vegetables, you need to know what they're grown in. So it's being more aware, more perceptive, because as starseeds, we are very susceptible and sensitive to those chemicals, those non-natural, non-normal chemicals, additives, fertilizers, and such. Our bodies react differently than those that have existed, those bodies that have existed in this particular environment for millennia. We have chosen to come at this time, and some of us have been here a long time. Some of us are brand new starseeds, and our electromagnetic circuitry is not designed to consume the foods, the nourishment that exists here in all of its state. Now, more and more starseeds are moving to a more agrarian, more natural, more high vibration foods. And it doesn't matter. I'm not here to assuage you of eating in any particular way. But if you do whatever you choose to consume, to put into your body, make sure that it is of the highest vibration that you can do. And make sure that you are blessing it, being in a state of gratitude for it as it feeds and nourishes your body. This will raise the vibration of the food that you do eat and nullify any toxic effects. The more that you do this practice of being in gratitude as you nourish your body, the higher in frequency it goes. So the other thing is, not only are we needing to nourish and feed our bodies, but we need to nourish and feed our souls and our minds. And what you put in, you get out. We are in a world of magnetic attraction. And that means that through our thoughts, through our constant focus, we will attract whatever it is that we feed our minds, unless we are doing it with conscious intent. What do I mean by that? What I mean is, we are in times where it is imperative that the starseed knows what is happening in the greater world, but perceives it as a reality that does not necessarily define truth. More like a movie that is being projected out by the collective mind, and we are outside of it. If we hold ourselves, our emotions, our energetic perceptions outside of time and space as much as we can, we do not feed into the matrix, the collective mind, the false reality. We hold the codes that will shift, that will alter, that will exponentially in critical mass shift this reality, shift the collective mind. But it requires that we as starseeds hold to what we know to be the truth, what we know to be the divine nature of all of life. Holding to the vision of the new earth, to the 5D 6D crystalline light bodies, holding to the blueprint that is the true nature of who we are. It is where we are going, and it is the timeline trajectory that we are on. We are the way showers, the pathfinders, the guides, the teachers. And that doesn't even mean that we need to be in a teaching role. What it means is that we remember our truth, we know our mission, and we hold our frequency vibration to that point. Now, we have manifested many, many tools, techniques, processes that can assist us in focusing our truth, focusing our mind into the greater truth. Divination tools, cards, crystals. The divine has provided us with many means. Astrology, numerology, all of these things that can be perceived as negative by some, as all of these systems have had an attempted takeover of the energetics. We are in a time of clear definition of dark and light. That which wishes to remain in the 3D matrix is fighting those that are ascending into 5D and 6D. It is an energetic, perceptory war, if you will. And we are holding point so that those that wish to make the journey can follow, can join, can elevate, can learn. We are in interesting times. Remember, dear Starseed, to hold yourself outside the matrix, to learn tools and techniques, to remember that this is all a projected reality. It is very palpable, but when you are overly emotionally involved in it, you know something's wrong. That's your first clue. If you are emotionally bound, if you are rocked off your center, if someone says something contrary to what you know to be true, then you know that you are caught. So take some time. Center back into your knowing. Remember your truth. Reconnect with the divine. And if you have not discovered your true star family, then I have services and tools that you can avail yourself of to assist in that process. But simply, it is a matter of centering in your heart, connecting to your divine source, amplifying your crystalline Merkaba, and asking for your star family to be revealed. It is a simple process, and yet it requires deep listening and deep knowing. So it requires you, if you haven't, to develop some of your intuitive gifts, your intuitive knowings. You've had them all along. They've been calling to you from the time you emerged into this reality. But through a process of time and conditioning, many of us lost our way. It is time now to come back, to find your truth, to connect to your star family, and to connect to every starseed on the planet with intent, with love, with purpose. And remember who you are. Thank you for joining me today. My name is LoRayN. This is StarSeed Living, and you can find more information at starseedliving.com.